One of the things that I really wanted to mention, and I thought that I want to make a video about this really quick because it's the most reason that couples have issues. I had so many couples in my practice, and one of the common issues stems from lack of communication and lack of bad expectation. There's a lot of expectation that we have from our partners, but the reason that those expectations never gets met, it's because of the way that we anticipate those expectations to be. Think about it this way. Imagine if I tell you and your couple at the same time to draw an apple. How would you guys draw it? Would it be the same? Will it look alike? No. Even if you have the most complete identical memory and feeling and thinking patterns of each other, every one of you guys will draw it differently based on your perception, based on your feeling, based on whatever you believe and you want it to be. That's the whole thing. It doesn't mean that you don't know what apple looks like. It doesn't mean you don't know what apple tastes like or what it feels like. It's just that your perception is different. And here's where the issue comes. A lot of times we feel that we and our partner, me and my partner, we have to be the same. We have to do exactly the same thing. We have to agree on the same things, and we have to do everything with each other. And once we have this understanding, then this is where the problem kind of starts. Rather, it's not about being the same. It's about understanding one another, knowing that we're different, and okay, how can we work with each other? How can we put each other in the same perspective and understand one another to achieve our goal? And if you understand this by itself, it can solve so many of your issues. It can solve so many of the ways that you guys are having difficulties and having communication issues. That's one thing that we neglect as couples. A lot of times, the reason is that we put too much emphasis on something. And when you put those emphasis, things just becomes very overwhelming. And it gets to a point that you tell yourself, you know what, maybe this relationship isn't for me. When in reality is that you're just having communication issues. You're just having issues of not understanding and recognizing each other's perspective. So here's an exercise that can help you with that communication and that kind of understanding one another's pattern. And the way that you do this is that you and your partner sit down. Again, you guys are building your relationship. You guys already have that idea. We're trying to work on something. So I want you guys to sit down one day together and grab a piece of pen and a piece of paper, each one of you guys, and then sit down in front of each other and then go in turns and every time introduce a topic. For example, the first one is food. And we want to start simple, right? We want to start the very, very basic things. Food, clothing, color, maybe favorite place to go. And then write each other response down. So for example, we say, let's do food. And then now your job is to write down what's your favorite food, why do you like this food, and how does that food make you feel like? And then your partner does the same thing. They write down what's their favorite food is, what does it make them feel like, and how does it, all of these questions, whatever they feel. And then we go one by one by one, and then once it's done, maybe half an hour it's spent, and this is actually a good date night idea to build relationship. You go over those things. You say, okay, let's switch papers. You get your partner's paper, your partner gets your paper, and then you sit down and you read each other's responses. And once you read each other's responses, then you get to better see your partner's point of view, your partner's perspective. And as time goes, we built on this and we develop this one step further. So maybe next time, instead of talking about food, we talk about, okay, what is it that you feel it's missing in your relationship? What is it that you feel you like about your relationship? What is it that you feel about me? What is it that you feel about our future? all of these things helps build that communication in a way that you don't just simply, see your partner, but you understand what is it that they're going through, what is it that they're feeling, and how is it that their feeling makes them do things. And that's what we have to focus on. That's what we have to understand with one another. And the more you understand your partner, the more you understand their emotions, their feeling, and where that feeling comes from, the easier it will be for you to communicate with them, to share with them your feeling, your perspective, your thoughts, your emotions, and then you could build upon that, build upon that, build upon that. That's all that it takes. It's not about who wins or who loses the game. It's not about whose answer is better or whose answers needs development. It's about understanding that every one of us has our own perspective, has our own, way of thinking, way of, recognizing things. And that's all. That's the first step. If you have any more questions, leave them down below and I'll be sure to make a live video about that, and you could join us at any time. And if you have any questions that comes up, don't hesitate to ask. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And by the way, this is the first time I'm doing this, and I realized that there's a lot of other filters. So I don't know. This is kind of cool. I like it. Start a pool. Oh, we could start a pool too. This is cool. This is interesting. Let me know if this is a style that you guys enjoy, and then we can continue it from there. As always, thank you for watching. Wish you guys all the best, and I'll see you guys on the next one.